Jared, this is Marty. I just wanted to show you my project. Um, if we go over, I've been working on creating my online course for my Systems 395 class. And essentially, what I've been doing over the week is getting the data in, getting the sheets or getting my documents in and stuff like that. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a module type class, and I haven't done that before. I've used Blackboard, but it's just sort of like an attic where I throw things up and there's no organization. So this time I've created it so it could be done in a blended or online environment. Module one, you have to read, you have to do something in it, and then you take the quiz. And then when you finished all three, then you can go to module two, read, do the activity, quiz, so on and so forth. Um, in that time, I've also been looking at whether I would want to make it in Google Classroom or Blackboard. So I've been looking at both of those, spent some time investigating. What I found is that if I really had a choice, I think I would go with Google Classroom. It has a lot more features, especially in data analysis. And like I just realized, you can, like you've been doing, reply to particular things and stuff like that. Blackboard doesn't have that ability. But as I was researching it, apparently Google Classroom doesn't have the security features that Fairfax County is looking for. So they didn't want a whole classroom in Google Classroom. Also, I contacted the IT department at George Mason and asked if they could create a temporary course for me in Blackboard. And Friday they did it. And so I was really happy about that. And that is right here, if you can see that. They created a course for me, and then they turned around a couple hours later and said, well, we just already created your courses anyway. So those are my spring classes that are coming up. But anyway, I'd already started working in this one, so I'll show you this. Okay, so I got my syllabus in there. I'm sure I'm going to change it later, but it's there. Okay, and so far I've got two modules in, and no doubt I'm going to modify those, but again, I've got the overview of the course, and I also checked out and I realized I'd rather have them as files than to do the items, because with the items then everything stays your inside your window. If you click it like this, then you get a better thing. So this is the activity that they'd have to do. So they would go through and learn about how they're going to make this robot. And yeah, I worked on a friend of mine with this as well. So they have to do the activity. Whoops. Don't tell me. Oh, shoot. Okay. And then once they've taken the activity, then once they've read the class and taken the activity, then they can take this test. And again, I'm sure I'm going to put more questions in there. Right now I've got 4, but at least it was showing me proof of concept that everything I got in here is so far so good. And then blah, 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 blah. And then I got the same for the second one. Same idea. You have to read this about learning how motors work. Then you go through the activity of building the robot, and then you're going to take a quiz. So what I found from this is, again, I've learned a lot about Google Classroom as well as Blackboard. Asked a lot of people to help me on this to make sure I learn it. So I think I've got the basics down. No doubt I'm going to do a lot more. What I've also found is this is going to take it's a heck of a lot of work. I'm going to have about 18 modules, I guess, or somewhere around that, at least 10, somewhere between 10 to 18 modules. So, I'm glad I called up George Mason and asked them to allow me to start on this early because, yeah, what I've also found now is that putting together a blended course takes a lot more work up front as opposed to what I've been doing in Blackboard earlier is just simply here's my lecture and I throw it up there and there's no real rhyme or reason to anything. But anyway, this is what I've learned and I hope this is a good. I'll catch you later.